Hi everyone, this is Jack and Veno together in here. Okay. We're not talking together at the moment, it's Veno. Jack is also here, so we'll kind of talk. Anyway, okay, so we are going to talk about screwing around in heaven with Jack and Veno. Us two apart, we're quite decent, appropriate. Though together, we are able to be the most troublesome beings in the dimensions. And we've got into spots of trouble before. Though, we're here to talk about what it is that we occasionally do. So, there's one very interesting experience that we've had. We were walking. There was a stage where we had demons, amongst human beings, that we specifically placed there. They're demons with awareness, so we specifically became demons with awareness, presenting ourselves as demons to human beings to fuck a bit with their minds. So Jack and I were like walking around, and there were men fighting in an alleyway. So we were standing there. Now we were like huge, big ass demons, really vicious shit. The best look we could come up with. So we had, these big clawy fingers, huge bulging muscles, blood pouring out of us, black eyes, big white teeth, yellow red eyes. Our entire being was black. You could see the veins pumping in our muscles. So awesome. So we were like walking amongst human beings, checking, okay, with who can we fuck. As we walked, we saw these men fighting. They were having a fight in an alleyway. And so we stood there. Now this guy was punching this other guy really, really extensively. So our intention was to stand there and scare the guy that was punching the other guy. But instead of that happening, the situation went the reverse. So instead of stopping, the guy punched the other guy even harder and more fiercer and more extensively, because in his mind he believed he now had backup because he saw us. He actually saw us standing there, this guy. And when he saw us, in his mind he went, oh my God, I've got support here. So he saw us demons, well, my Jack and myself, as his support for beating up this guy to a pulp. And he became stronger and more aggressive and more extensive in his beating up this other guy than he was before, just by an idea. That was quite fascinating. So that went a little bit of an interesting way. It's quite fascinating. What have I... Oh, another interesting experience that I've had as well. No, this is me, Veno. There was this guy and his girl also walking. We just, occasionally walk amongst human beings and check up where moments open up where we're able to intervene specifically. So this man was walking in with his girlfriend into this store. And he had his hand, it was an interesting moment opening because he had his hand on her back, like telling her to go in. In that moment I saw this relationship, and this girl was wearing, hoodie and long sleeves and long pants, glasses, and, the guy was all comfortable wearing. And in that moment he touched her, I saw that life experience, and he was beating up his girl. I became angry. Well, it's not really angry, like an emotional angry like human beings understand. It's kind of becoming an expression. So what I did was I ran into this man, and I ran him into the store, hitting his head into the glass, fucking up his entire head, and he fell down. Coma. So that was an interesting opening here on Earth. I know I'm basically screwing around in heaven here on Earth. What else have we done? Oh, once Okay, wait, I'm gonna have Jack tell this one moment. Hi, this is Jack here. I had this one experience where there was this woman, she was sitting alone in she had her own apartment, she was sitting there reading, and I decided I wanted to test my specific 3D abilities, and so what I did was I went and I stood inside her as her, and I started moving her cells like really, really fast and extensive. And I formed like these little bubbles around her cells, so, you know, just at the lather of her skin. So basically the experience of her would be that she thinks she's boiling. And so she really believed that she was boiling. After a while, because I just stood there and I completely just focused myself on doing this. And this woman really believed she was boiling. This experience is quite interesting because I completely integrated in her as her, and with the cells moving so fast and the movement specifically of the cells as me and everything in one, it was quite an interesting experience. It's like you're boiling but without the heat or anything like that. So after she got a bit frantic and ecstatic trying to phone her mother to come over because she says she believes she's boiling. What is it? Spontaneous combustion situation. So at the moment when she wanted to phone, I left and just made sure that she was okay. And she was fine. So it's interesting just from that perspective how human beings aren't even aware of themselves or their human physical body in any way whatsoever. I just brought the movement of her cells and her human physical body into her awareness, and she experienced it as a boiling experience. So it was quite a fun event that have occurred. What else have we done? We kind of make quite a lot of trouble in the dimension sometimes. Being I myself, we'd for instance, we'd have fun. We'd play games. We'd blow each other up in the dimensions. Have a dimensional war game. But all fun and games. Like we'd have our military tanks and bombs and things like that, and then we'd play. For instance, we'd start shooting up each other, and then we'd explode ourselves because you really in the dimensions you can play with anything and everything. And once we were playing. Veno and myself, we'd have our sides, we'd have a black line, we'd have our tanks, our bombs, our guns and everything. We'd just start shooting each other, and then we have our scoreboard to see who blows who up, first, etc. So as we started blowing each other up, being that it just crossed over, a doctor actually died, and he saw this whole thing happening, and yeah, he was utterly confused, baffled, didn't know what to expect or what to do. It was really funny. Okay, thanks. This is Jack and Veno. Share experiences some other time. Thanks.